Well, I'll let you go ahead and announce when you're officially starting.
Oh, we're live now, so we should be able to start seeing people pop in. What I'm going to do is, as we get closer, I'll just hit this countdown. So now what's happening is that I know, like on Facebook, and I don't know about on YouTube. Facebook is sending out some messages to people, letting them know that we're live. So I'm actually going to put this timer in now. I'm gonna run it again because just to see what is it time. Is it 6 o'clock? Let me go ahead and run it now. All right, all right. Looks like we're waiting for people to come into the room here. This is our very first live broadcast of the Wealth Made Easy for You show. Um, and we'll reintroduce ourselves as people come in. My name is Carlos Millsap, and this is my partner, my friend, my brother, Brad Stewart. We're glad to be here uh, to give everybody information in regards to infinite banking and how it can benefit you. So, as we wait for individuals to come into the room, we just wanted to, um, you know, kind of give an introduction of ourselves and who we are and how we're looking forward to helping you. So, we're going to start with Brad.
Introduce myself. Okay. My name is Brad Stewart. I'm a local Southern California boy, not born and raised, but mostly raised. And I'm just really excited about the opportunity to be able to share some exciting and not necessarily new, but exciting ideas that a lot of people are not familiar with, and will give you the chance to be able to grow your money, save your money, and use your money more effectively and efficiently.
Perfect, perfect, perfect. And my name is Carlos Millsap, and I was not born here in California, but I was raised here in California, and been practicing life insurance now for about a little over 12 years, 12, 13, 14 years. And now we're just kind of looking forward to helping people to get into a place as far as your life is concerned, um, so that they can actually build wealth that's going to not only last them for their lifetime, but for generations to come. So as you guys come in, we just want to let you know that I'm Carlos Millsap, and this is Brad Stewart. And so we're here just kind of giving presentation in regards to infinite banking. So we know that we're going to see people going to be popping in and out. So we're going to go ahead and kind of give you guys some ideas of what it is that we're going to look at. So as you come in, if you have questions, if you happen to see this as a rebroadcast, uh, whether on Facebook or whether on YouTube. Um, go ahead and please ask questions. We will be reviewing those questions, and we'll be more than happy to get back to you guys as soon as we can to answer those questions. So, what we wanted to do today is we wanted to just kind of give you guys a little bit of background of infinite banking, who the creator of the term infinite banking concept is, and just kind of give you some key concepts. Now, here's the thing: we're going to be doing this 3 days per week, when, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. It's not going to last long. We just want to give you just a little bit of information. And each time that we come on, we're going to be giving you new information. Okay? So, with that being said, we're going to give you a little bit of information about infinite banking. That's what we're here to talk about, is the infinite banking concept, and how that term was it was coined by a gentleman by the name of Nelson Nash. And so, so Brad, what's your thought about Nelson Nash becoming your own banker?
Well, I think at least in my mind, he's the guy who literally put infinite banking on the map. And for those of you, I have a copy here of his book. I don't know if you all can see it, but to make sure that if you can see this here, it's Becoming Your Own Banker. It's the actual intro to the infinite banking concept that he popularized and made known in a more modern sense for our generation. And people are buying this book hand over fist. I bought this several years ago, and it was the 5th edition then. So it's extremely popular, and he's changed the way a lot of people think about saving, investing, retirement, debt, any number of things that are financial issues that we be dealing with over the weeks coming. So we want to be able to allow you the opportunity to be able to familiarize yourself with it, and to hopefully look into putting it into practice in your own lives.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah. So Nelson Nash was a great innovator, and as Brad was saying, even though he coined the term infinite banking concept is something that has been around for years. But Nelson Nash, being based upon his profession, and then became his passion, the way he was looking at things and how things were happening as far as his finances was concerned. He wanted to be in control. One of the things that he said was that the banks were in control. The banks did things a specific way so that everybody would put their money in the banks, and so the banks can control your money, and the banks could make money off your money. And so he wanted to take that power out of the bank's hands, and that's how he started to utilize the infinite banking concept. Now, I do want to make sure that you guys understand this. Infinite banking concept is not a product itself. You have to use a product, which is a dividend paying whole life insurance policy from a mutually owned life insurance company, in order to make the infinite banking concept work like it should. Now, there's other products that you could use that could make this thing work, but we know, Brad, that it's the whole life policy that really makes this thing go, right?
It's probably the most popular and probably the easiest to work with. And I think that the more that you folks there at home learn about this, you'll get an idea and get a grasp on how you can use it and put it into practice. And it's not like putting a man on the moon back in the 60s. It's going to be much, much simpler, and you're going to find yourself being able to not only use it in a simple form, but also to be able to take and exercise a lot more, as Carlos was saying just a minute ago, control, as Nelson Nash was doing, taking control out of the hands of the banking industry and putting it back into your hands and making it work for you so that you realize the savings, the earning power, and the financial security that you can receive from it, the concept itself.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So the next thing we want to just kind of get you guys to ask yourself is, what problem do you have? And do you think that infinite banking concept can solve it? And we just wanted to talk to you about some of the problems that we know that the infinite banking concept can solve. Now, here's the thing. The term that I in IBC that you see on your screen there, infinite banking concept, that I stands for infinite. So guess what? The IBC can solve an infinite amount of problems. So, if you're looking at getting out of debt, if you're looking at saving for college tuition, if you're looking at for buying a house or flipping property or buying automobiles, an infinite banking policy can be utilized for that. And it solves all kinds of problems. The number one problem that it solved is cash flow, because one of the things that the banks use it for is for cash flow. Let me just well, Brad knows the answer to this question, but Brad, tell people, where does the bank put their money?
The same place the rich people do,
Exactly.
in a cash value life insurance policy. Investment,
Right.
they do investment banking
Right.
with
Exactly.
whole life insurance
So
because it
that's
carries safety and security. And the banks, while they don't want to gamble with your money, they still want to be able to take and exercise as much profitability as possible. So the whole IBC concept is to be able to take that same concept and put it to use in your own home and in your
absolutely.
own financial life,
Yeah.
and take them out so that they're no longer the middleman.
No longer the middleman, and you're taking control, which is awesome, because the thing about it is that if folks listen, this is so simple, it's crazy. If you put your money in the bank, and the bank turns around and puts your money in a life insurance policy, and the bank turns around and they give you a little bit of interest, they're going to get a little bit more interest guaranteed. Would it make more sense to just take your money and just put it in where the bank normally puts their money?
No brainer.
It's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. And so now you have control of your own money, and you're getting good interest rate. Now, just to take it one other step further, we're talking about cash flow, right? And that's a problem that this thing solves, is cash flow. So you put your money in the bank takes the money, they put in a whole life policy. Before the bank does anything with that money, guess what they're going to do? They're going to put in a whole life policy. They're going to get interest on that money. Now they're going to take a policy loan out, and now they're going to go ahead and do their investing in whatever else they're going to do. And now they're putting their interest back into the policy, and then they let the money go back out, and then it comes back into the policy. So it's infinite. Guess what? You can do the same thing. You can put your money, after you get paid, you can put that money into a policy, and then as you need that money, you can go ahead and borrow that money, go ahead and pay for what you need to pay for, and that money is still inside your policy, gaining interest. Okay, uninterrupted compound interest. That's what the bank is doing. So guess what? You may as well do the same thing. So it solves that problem of you getting down the road and not having any wealth buildup. Now, Brad also has been reading a book by Garrett Gunderson, "What Would the Rockefellers Do?" And
Good book.
there's two rich families. One used life insurance, and the other one didn't. And And what did that do for the two different families, Brad?
Well, they both had their own family philosophy on how to use their money. Unfortunately, the Vanderbilt family had it, earned it, were very, very wealthy, one of the richest families in the country in their day, and then turned around and over the next few generations, they just spent it and spent it and spent it. So after about, I think it was 3, 4, maybe 5 generations, the Vanderbilt family was right back to where they had started from.
Right.
Back out working, a regular job, trying to make a living. And meanwhile, the Rockefellers went to town, pooled their money together, used whole life type insurances. And remember, this is back in the 1800s. And not only were they, at the time, one of the wealthiest families in the country, they still maintain that wealth generations later. All you got to do is Google the Rockefellers, and you will be amazed at their net worth, because they didn't just spend it and become what's the term?
Spendthrift.
Well, spendthrift, but I mean the kids just took the money. They were kind of like silver spooners, as I refer to them.
Oh yeah, yep. Trust babies, trust fund babies.
That's the word I was looking for. Trust fund babies. And hey, I got it. It was given to me. I spent it. It's gone. Oh well. And nobody in future generations was able to continue that type of progress that the Rockefellers experienced, because once it's gone, and you got to start building up again.
Exactly. And so the Rockefellers kept all their money together, had what's called the family office. Some people now call it a family bank. And because they utilized that, they were able to maintain their wealth. And so that's what we got to understand, is that even as you move forward as your family, if you're able to put your money inside of a policy and to get uninterrupted compound interest, guess what? Your family too is going to be able to maintain wealth. So we're actually coming to the end of tonight's session. We just wanted to just talk about a couple things, and that was talk about Nelson Nash, and then talk about the infinite banking concept and what it can solve. So we're going to be back tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time, 8 p.m. Central time, and we're going to be talking a little bit more about infinite banking. Now, listen, if there's any questions that you have that you would like for us to answer as you watch the rebroadcast of this, we ask that you go ahead and punch in the questions. We'll read the questions, and then we'll try to answer those questions in our next video. All right. So once again, we're here, and if you want to contact us, we ask that you go ahead and contact us. Once again, my name is Carlos Millsap, and this right here is my partner Brad Stewart. And feel free to send us a message. If you're going to leave a message for us in the chat, we ask that you go ahead and leave your name, your email address, so that we can actually contact you. You can leave your phone number as well if you like. You don't have to, because we don't want you to think that we're going to try to call you and just to bug you. But we just want to make sure that we're providing you with the information that you're looking for. Any last words, Brad?
Well, I just think that this is a great opportunity that people will find useful, and it's going to be helpful. And it's not just for you. It's not just for your kids, but it's for your grandkids and your great grandkids, just for starters. If it's properly designed, if it's properly executed, you will not run out of money given the circumstances. And trust me, we all know what's going on in the world today. So
Right.
this is a great way to escape some of that wrath that's coming our way because of just the way the economy's running and things are happening. So we want to be able to share with you some of these, what we think are excellent ideas that will help you out financially down the road here.
Absolutely. And so we do have one question in here, and it's how long do you have to? Let's go here. Let's see. Here we go. So how long do you have to leave it in the policy before you can take it out? David, that's a very good question. What happens is that with these lenders, I'm going back to my lending days. The way it works is with these life insurance companies is that you actually have the ability to take the money out as soon as the money registers with the insurance company. A lot of insurance companies will tell you like 10 days. Some insurance company will tell you 30 days. But some of the carriers that that we utilize, if the money is there, you can have access to it. So there's your question. There's the answer there. So thank you for speaking up and asking that question. But that's it for tonight. We thank you guys for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow night.
Have a good evening, everybody.
Good evening.